What's up, guys? RoadRageGamer here, and we are Starbound. Today I'll be showing you the character customization and the first half of the game where you're in Alpha Sector trying to get to Beta Sector. Here we have the character creation screen, and we've got the humans. And I'll just keep randomizing it here. And we have the avian, duck resemblance, the apex, gorilla type, the Florian, female, and male, back and forth. I believe the Hilotl, female, and the glitch. I really liked the male and female for them, the outlet and plug. But I think we're going to be a human. So here's some of the customization here. And what I'm going to do is skip ahead and finish this character. Alright, we're going to start to get our first quest. And here we've got, Earth has been ripped apart. You have been in search of a new home for some time. Finally, your ship has run out of fuel in orbit of an unknown planet. Before setting out in search for fuel, search your ship's storage for the matter manipulator. Okay. So, we've got our matter... And here's the map of where we are. And here is our matter manipulator and some start-out supplies. Pretty weak sword, but it'll do, right? Now once I get everything put where I want it, we're gonna head down and, complete our quest and make a crafting table. So we're gonna head down to the planet. So just go over to this portal here and warp down. Or teleporter. What you want to do is, what I usually do is collect wood right off the bat and kind of do some exploring and collect a couple of plant fibers to make bandages. So you can just use your matter manipulator to cut down trees and plant fibers for now until we get pickaxe and axe. Now in the Alpha Sector, the enemies aren't too difficult. It's pretty easy to find a better weapon than the one you start out with. What I really like about this is that the trees, they fall over. That's awesome. It looks cool. In Terraria, they just kind of pop and then just fall to the ground from there. Now once you get an axe, everything gets cut down so much easier, and plant fibers, they're almost instant. It's really nice. And a matter manipulator, I believe, digs a 2x2 square, and if you get a pickaxe, it's a 3x3 square. And here's our first monster. Especially if you have a weapon that does that overhead swing, you can keep enemies that jump from hurting you. It's a lot easier like that. Takes less accuracy. Now you want to break these little pods like I am, because they will give you pixels, which is the game's currency. And when you die, you do lose a portion of your pixels. So watch out. I think we're going to walk around the planet to see what we can find. It's very easy to just find dungeons or houses and just loot them instead of going mining. Now, there's a later quest. I think it's after this one. Oh. Actually, we got a bad guy here. Now, from what I've noticed, every bird is hostile. So it's just best to get them out of the way or completely avoid them to begin with. Yeah, like that. If they get too far away, they just kind of fly away from you. And we have a new weapon here. And this one shoots out some type of blast that can hit enemies at a distance. So you don't have to be up in their face. See what I mean there? He had some pixels and some copper and whatnot, and a weapon for us, so... And there's the blast. Now you'll see a lot of guys like this that'll have their own house, and they do not want you in it. And what I like to do is, when I clear out a place, I take some of the items I want for decoration. And I usually take all the small crates so I can have storage on my ship. I'm going to let you guys go for now until I see another point of interest. Now here we have these pods, and I've had one let me jump higher, and another one poison me. So I'm not sure what the deal is with these things. So my health is getting kind of low. We are going to make some bandages out of the plant fibers we collected earlier. And I'll just put them in my slot up here, and all you have to do is scroll over to it, click it, and it heals you over time. There we go. We'll start healing. It's also good to have a bed with you, or a tent or something to sleep in, because say you do run out of these bandages, or you just don't want to waste any and you're safe, you just slap a bed down and wait a couple of seconds and you're fully healed. And it looks like we have found a small house. Doesn't look like the owner is here, so we're just gonna use his bed, like I said earlier. And what I think we'll do is take some of his stuff and use it for later. Now, you can loot a lot of things. There's obviously the chests that you can open, but there's desks and bookshelves and coffins and all kinds of stuff to look through, so don't skip anything. And I think that was the owner, I don't know. He's, a lot of the enemies get stuck like this, so it's just easy to bash on them. You get you collect a lot of stem packs, which do, they either like heal you or regenerate your energy faster and whatnot. Ah, and look at this. Another house to sleep in. Looks like it's occupied by a... Oh, I forgot the name. Avian. One of those bird guys. And their nests. That little nest down there you can sleep in. Well, they usually talk to you. You can break their pots for some pixels. As you see, I've got my white undies on. So I'm not sure how far around the planet we are. Terraria, for example, it's probably the best example. When you get to the edge of the map, either the left side or the right side of the map, it just kind of drops off. For me, it's always been water. I don't know if it's the same every time. But in this game, instead of the map just ending, it just wraps around again, so you'll end up back where you started if you just keep heading one direction. And I thought that was way cooler. And we're gonna leave most of his stuff here. And we will be on our way. Now, it doesn't help that we're in a snowy biome, but at night it usually gets colder no matter where you are. You can see the thermometer down at the bottom of my screen. It is getting very, very low, and my screen's starting to turn this dark, dark blue. So what you want to do is have a campfire and just set it down and stand next to it until that thermometer goes all the way back up. Because if it gets too low, you can freeze to death. You can also die from starvation if you don't have enough food. So, right now we're just going to craft a campfire. First, a crafting table. I don't think you need the crafting table to make a campfire though, so... Now I'm struggling to see, and almost didn't make it there. I would always carry around crafting tables and campfires, and always have food on you. It's not that hard to collect food. You can kill them with your main weapon, like a sword or a spear or whatnot, and they'll sometimes, on rare occasions, drop monster meat or space meat. Ooh, completed quest. And we got our crafting table down. And campfire. We might as well cook our food we got, but anyway. On rare occasions, they'll drop meat with regular weapons, but if you get a hunting bow, there's a higher chance of them dropping meat, so that's pretty good. And we completed that one. And now we gotta make a furnace out of cobblestone. Now here, I'm fighting this guy and I'm just not having any luck with this spear. And I land right on top of his horns. Now, each race you play as is reborn differently, and it looks like the humans are just kind of regenerated in this cloning machine. And we are back on our ship. Every time you die, you do respawn back on your ship. So right now I'm just gonna play around with some of the furniture I have here. And I think that'll wrap up the video. Next time we will actually make the furnace and do a little bit of mining. And we'll get started on making the distress beacon to summon our first boss to get off this alpha planet. See you next time.